There he is. Come here, everyone.
I'm here.
Hello.
There we go.
Oh, there. We got everybody.
We're all across the country here with the bagged milk today.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, we got I'm in Toronto today, Baggedmilk.
I see that. I noticed a different background.
Yeah. We do this on Zoom with Baggedmilk, so you can watch these on Locker Room TV. Obviously, we need to talk about the game on Monday. What are your broad stroke thoughts about how Edmonton performed?
First thought I had was, man, they looked nervous.
Yeah.
They had, so, you know, when you do the national anthem and the crowd singing and Rogers Place was absolutely bumping and the vibe was just excellent in there. They did that shot where they pan across the bench. And I noticed a couple of the guys just kind of like looking around, soaking it in a little bit. And it's just, I was like, okay, boys, we need to settle down now. I know that place is exploding and the roof's going to come off, but there's a job to do. And for the first, I'd say probably 10, 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They looked super nervous. They started to settle down a little bit. The second period was by far their best of the game. Third period was they took their foot off the gas a little bit. But to me, that was one of those ones where that's a tough lesson to learn in game one. Obviously, it sucks. The finish was not what we wanted, but by no means is this series over. So I hope the boys learn some lessons from that one.
I was surprised there was talk about replacing Mike Smith tonight.
Well, I think that's only in the fans' minds, really, because I just can't see them going back to Mikko Koskinen just after. Yes, there was a glaring mistake. Yes, we were all mad. I was 12 out of 10 raging. I sat there after the game was done and I cracked a beer and I just sat there staring straight ahead at the wall just to kind of center myself again. But ultimately, I think they're going to go back to Mike Smith tonight. I don't think there's any debate on that. I think that's just fans. We're an excitable bunch.
Mm-hmm.
We're an excitable bunch. And I think the level of the mistake and the time it came at is just, that was a tough one to swallow.
The only concern I have with the Mike Smith bobble and that goal at the end of the game to let the Kings win it is, I think Mike Smith needs to continue to play his game. And as much as you like it or dislike, even I said this morning, stay in your net. As much as you may dislike the idea of him getting out of his net to stop pucks, it's part of what he does, right? And I hope he doesn't get in his head about it. I don't think he will. I think he's going to jump right back out there. I think he's going to play his game, but instead of going for the home run pass like he tried to do, he's going to keep it simple. It's just kind of like there was two outlets there. Duncan Keith was there with his stick on the ice, ready to go. They practice that stuff over and over and over and over again. So I think that mistake is just kind of like pressing the reset button, I think, because everybody's just kind of like, whoa, okay, let's not try to be heroes here. Let's make some simple plays. Let's keep it simple, because when the Oilers play that way, they're very, very effective. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I've been taking some heat on Twitter after the loss, and one of my comments.
Twitter's always a rational place, though, you know.
It's a good way of putting it. One of the things that I said was, you know what? Because Leaf fans were overexcited about their win on Monday, right? That 5-0.
Oh yeah, they won the cup.
The shellacking.
I don't know why we're playing tonight, actually.
Well, there's another thing too. There's a lot of teams that shouldn't be playing. Florida lost game one at home. The Rangers lost game one at home. So I guess all these higher seeds that dropped the first one, we might as well just shut her down and go.
Yeah, it's over.
Well, I said, and I mean it, I think the city of Toronto and the city of Edmonton needs to buckle in for a very long series. This is not going to be easy. I think the Kings proved that in game one, that they still remember. They limped into the playoffs, but they still remember how to play playoff hockey. So it's going to be an interesting series for Edmonton.
I think anybody that expects any series to be easy, just a cakewalk, is just not understanding the playoffs. And there's no better point than what you just said, Locke. Toronto absolutely demolished the back-to-back champs in game one. Do you think I can't see that happening again in game two? I can't see that Tampa group panicking, just like the Oilers shouldn't panic because they lost game one here. The nerves were high. The boys looked nervous. They were making mistakes. They weren't as crisp. I'm expecting Woodcroft to tighten all that stuff up for game 2 tonight. I bet they watched a lot of video. They were saying all the right things, but now it's time to get to work. And the journey just got a little bit more tough. But I'm by no means am I nervous after you lose game 1. I was actually a little bit surprised how some people were freaking out. If you remember 2017, Oilers lost game 1 against the Sharks as well, went on to win the series. So it's not impossible that this happens. We just need to relax. Rogers Place is going to be electric again tonight, and I'm expecting a better game from the Oilers.
Are you going to go down to the, they got the fan zone. I think it's $5 with the money going to the Oiler Community Foundation. You can watch the game outside there.
I haven't really decided yet what I'm doing for tonight. I might actually go. I might just end up staying home, having some beers with friends and blogging from home, but I haven't really decided yet. We've also got an event going on at Beercade on White, so I might pop down there with the crew. So there's lots going on. The nation's always got stuff going on during the playoffs. So Beercade tonight if you're interested in somewhere to go. Yeah,
I'm in Toronto. I'm here for a family thing, but obviously a good time to be in Toronto with the Leafs playing. It'll be interesting to watch. And I'm right down, like I'm on York Street, so I'm not far away from Scotiabank, and I'm really close to. I went to the Jays game last night, so I'm Rogers Place and Scotiabank, and I guess my daughter was telling me she lives in the building. We got an Airbnb in the building she's in, and they're right next to that area you see where all the fans are partying outside. Yeah. And the Leafs are doing it as well. The thing that I found interesting was I was watching the Leafs game on Monday and I'm like, where are they playing? Like, this is not a Toronto crowd.
Oh, really?
Did somebody tell them it was a basketball game? Like, it was interesting to see that the Leaf fans, they're excited about this team. As much as we poke fun at Leaf fans, man, they are over the top about this team right now.
You should get some tickets to the game tonight.
And try and pick a fight with a fan.
The suits in Toronto were fired up in the lower bowl. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure.
Yeah, but it sounded like there was actual real fans in that building on Monday.
And that's the best thing about the playoffs is you can't beat the environment in these buildings. Like, again, I'm going to pump the Rogers Place crowd's tires again. That place was electric on Monday night, and I'm expecting nothing different. I'm expecting there's a small crew of us from Nation HQ. I'm leaving to Los Angeles tomorrow, so there's a small crowd of us going down. I'm expecting the same thing when we go to LA.
Speaking of getting beat up by another fan base,
I'm ready. I've been prepping my whole life for this.
Make sure you wear as much annoying Oilers gear as you possibly can. Absolutely. You got to stand out like a sore thumb in that building. I might
bring in one of those vuvuzelas that soccer fans always have, those loud buzzing horns. I think that's what we need.
All right, Baggedmilk, thank you for your time. We'll obviously chat again next week, and hopefully we're still in the playoffs.
Thanks, boys.
That's Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation.
The Locker Room.
Brought to you by Always Plumbing and Heating.
Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.